Hi, my name is Haley Shaver, and this is my timeline project for the special education events in history. I named my slideshow Evolution of Special Education, as I believe that there are a lot of things that have influenced where special education programs are today. I had the privilege of working in a special needs, special education classroom for almost 3 years. And these are just factors that I believe that were very important to how education and special education got here today. A lot of my thoughts stem from teachers and educators that have influenced me and things in the classroom that also influenced me. Starting off, I talked about the first deaf school, and I thought that from starting with just one deaf school and all they ever specialized was in the deaf and what they could do for the deaf impaired and helping them learn, and to where we are now with that. In the schools, in the classrooms, there are many experts that specialize in hearing and with speech and with pathologists and therapists. Just in one school alone, there can be so many different aids and tools and programs that benefit not only the children but the educators and the parents and just the whole learning process. This is evolution. I feel like one it's a snowball effect. One of these factors plays on the other factor, and that's how we got here today. That's how our education is so broad and so dynamic with the programs and the people that are influenced with it. The deaf school was probably just a launching point for America. I feel like this one guy, one man, um, Thomas, he probably saw in Paris that this is successful here in Paris. I can do this in America. There's a need in America, and he took it and he rolled with it, and that is how we got where we are today. Rolling into that, the presidential panel on mental retardation, a panel of members, and I feel like today in IEP meetings or just day-to-day activities, there are so many people that can influence one special needs child. Like I said before, there's so many different people, the nurse aides, the paras, the educators, the teachers. They're, you know, they, there are so many specific disabilities and needs and issues that these panels they come and they observe and they use what they know and their knowledge and their individual expertise to help diagnose and help develop and to help push on to more. I keep the evolution moving and moving and moving. I with this the mental retardation, even though we don't go with mental retardation, it was back in 1961, special needs and the disabilities, but the panel then is probably like a panel now. They're highly qualified. Obviously they go to school for that long to learn about specific um, areas, and they expert, and then each school is blessed with these experts to help each individual child. Next, I moved on to Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Not all special needs students are equal in that they have special needs. They are each different with they may just need help with reading. They may need help with developing their language, their speech, their ability to be able to focus in a classroom, down the line to autistic, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. There are so many. The spectrum of special needs is so wide and so high that the Secondary Education Act was there to help those not fall behind. It was there to um, put educators into place to help those that needed the extra help, the special help, the more intensive help, the No Child Left Behind. A lot of we talk about that now in the school and the system. But now our education programs are so individualized that we have one-on-one paras, we have one-on-one specialists, we have therapists that come in and work with every single child and make sure that they are doing what they need to do so children aren't left behind, and they are learning to a standard that the classroom or that the school is held at. Moving on to the development of the IEP, which I say is it is a building block. It is the platform of special education, and the IEP is the roadmap. It just directs everyone that needs to be directed. The school is held accountable. The families are held accountable. The teachers are held accountable. It's just it puts people where they need to be and when they need to be there. In my classroom we had every single student had goals, and we read these goals, and we had to come up with learning games, learning projects. We had life skills that we had to teach these kids in order to them to move on, in order them to make their goal successful and to move on from their IEP. And sometimes, students don't move from the IEP. They are on it for a long time. But the development of the IEP was crucial in the whole special education program. Like I said, the IEP is the centerpiece of any well-functioning student education program. It holds everyone accountable. It makes sure, like I said before, that no child is left behind. It puts a little bit of pressure on the educator to make sure that the students and the parents that have requested help, they're getting the help that they need and that they're being held accountable. The American Disabilities Act, where I worked and with the students that I worked with, this was, I think it's a very special how it has involved, or what all is involved with it. We had students that wanted to be a part of something, and somehow they loved our program, they loved us, they knew that they were in a special education room with different standards and different abilities than other students, but they also wanted to be a part of something. Our kids wanted to strive to be in band. They wanted to strive to be on a case club. They wanted to strive to be in general ed classrooms, and that's just a minor part of what the American Disabilities Act was. But in the education system, I feel like that's what it was made for. It gave these children, and again, the spectrum is so high. When I say special needs, the spectrum, it's from, I'm talking on the lower end of the spectrum, where these very, very needs needed to be met. They wanted to be a part of something, and they weren't told no, and they were able to work their hardest to be in these groups as well. I talk about special education educators. It wasn't exactly a moment or a time period, but the special education educators, they go to school to put all of these acts and all of these rules and laws into effect. That's what they are passionate about. That is why we have a special education program, and why we are able to foster to all these needs is the educators. They are educated. They have the knowledge, they have the desire, they have the want to put the time into helping these special needs kids, it's I feel it is such a need. There is a need for them. There's never enough special education educators, and they're very important. Going back to the First Deaf School, I mean, the people that opened that, they had a desire to help those that were in need and had special needs that need to be met, and they weren't just going, oh, you can already hear, you can already learn, that's what I want. No, I want to take on this challenge of helping those that need it. There's so many more things that can be talked about, and it's every day it's changing, and there's technology, I don't know if we're going to get into it, there's medication, there's therapies, there's dogs, there's animals, there's water programs. Every single day it's changing, and the people that come into the special education, they have new ideas, and they're always making it higher and raising that standard and helping beyond where it ever came from. That's just my thoughts on it, and I'm very passionate about it. I love all aspects of the special programs and how it can help, and how can I challenge myself to help them. I can't think like they are thinking, but I have to put myself into their shoes to really get inside their head and see how they're learning, and to help them grow even farther on that. So that was my PowerPoint, and thank you.